Honorable Kathambi Chepkwony, member for Njoro.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, for granting me this moment for me to do contribution. Let me start by saying that Honorable Bursary sent an idea, but at the moment it cannot work. And that's why, Madam Speaker, I wish to oppose it seriously because of these reasons. Madam Speaker, right now, being a member of parliament from a single constituency, we still have a lot of challenge from even the Ministry of Education itself. Madam Speaker, the amount of money which is called infrastructure funds in the ministry, the distribution in this country, it is purely unfair. Madam Speaker, sometimes you get some constituencies getting funding for infrastructure from the ministry, but you don't get as a single constituency. Therefore, Madam Speaker, if I can sit in this parliament and support that there is consolidation of funds so that it can be taken to the Department of Basic Education Department, it will be purely unfair for the poor children in this country. Madam Speaker, through my experience, this is my second term in Njoro constituency, having been elected. What we do as single constituency members of parliament, the ministry cannot even afford to do it. We make sure that in every village, Madam Speaker, we know the poor child from that one specific ministry. If today, Madam Speaker, even accessing some, many of the projects we are requesting from the ministry is hard. How can they, on this earth, honestly, that ensure that if the money was to be consolidated and they were to get it, if it could be fair for the children? Madam Speaker, it will be very hard. The first thing here, Madam Speaker, the ministry itself actually have no capacity to identify those poor children. Madam Speaker, the ministry will get what we call the burden of proof for the poor child in the villages. Therefore, Madam Speaker, I'm standing to say that if today we can sit in this parliament and we say that the GAF funds, the NGCDA funds is consolidated, it is taken back to the ministry, Madam Speaker, that would be very wrong. And why am I saying that, Madam Speaker? It is because there will be unfairness to the poor children. And Madam Speaker, I'm happy today that you are seated there and you are single constituency member of parliament like myself, and we know actually what we undergo in our respective constituencies. Therefore, Madam Speaker, even the proposal of this one of collapsing all the bursary schemes, it will make it very hard for our poor children to access education. And why, Madam Speaker, I take it very seriously to protect bursary in this country, it is because the funds we have given to the poor children in our villages has given them a level to sit like even also the able students in this country, therefore bringing away, proposing that we consolidate the funds. Madam Speaker, there will be a lot of cries in this country. And Madam Speaker, you have also experienced, most of us single constituency members of parliament, lately, even after the court declaration of NCDF nullification, Madam Speaker, it has also brought a lot of thorny issues in the country. Kenyans are worried. Are the poor children going to access education if we are really encountering all this? And Madam Speaker, it is good to say this. Let us not every minute propose scientific testing things in these countries. Let us not collapse what is working for this country. Madam Speaker, the 290 constituencies the amount of money members of parliament are giving to the poor children, if it can be collapsed, it will bring more pain to the poor children. Therefore, I oppose for now. I think let us improve the systems which can make.
Thank you, Member for Njoro. I'll go to the Honorable